Good morning, everyone. It's November 19th. I want to give a little bit of an update what's going on with the petition yesterday. There was some confusion. So initially when I started this petition, and it wasn't this like long thought out move, it was just I had a couple of alerts about many accounts being suspended for, controversial rights owner complaints. And somebody just suggested a petition, so I just, like within 15 minutes, I just wrote something up and I made a petition. It took on a life of its own with the hashtag, and a lot of people signed it, and it became this whole big thing. But the goal of my petition was very narrow. It was just, there were these large companies that were all shut down, very, very large companies, many employees, and I just wanted to fix it, that's all. And so of course everyone said afterwards that I don't care about small guys. No, it was a very, I'm not here to solve the world's problems. It was a very narrowly defined um, goal. And if you speak to anybody involved in suspensions, they would all tell you that there are very few legitimate US-based customers that got those complaints that are still suspended. There's always going to be outstanding issues which have to be resolved, but that doesn't mean that it's a crisis. So my thinking was that, okay, so they fixed the issue obviously, and let's move on. What's the point of keeping it on? And that was really my thinking. And it became, because of all the comments on the petition, and it became a lot larger, that Amazon, the issue basically became that sellers felt that they're disposable, and that you could be a US based seller, even if your mom selling in your house. To you, that's extremely important. That I don't mean to discount that in any way, and they're being treated the same thing as just some random fraud from some guy in China that's just putting on counterfeit. And it wasn't just how upset people were that made me change my mind. It was, I guess, the specific people who were so upset, people who I know are rational, people who I have a lot of respect for, and they all said that I have to keep going. So I really had no choice, because what would have happened is somebody else would have opened the petition, and then we would have been diluted. And really, after seeing what everyone wrote, I think it did make sense to keep it going. There was nothing concrete, so I reopened it. Um, Another thing is, people said like, why Amazon can't just state their policy that if there's an issue with an ASIN, they'll not shut the account. Amazon can never do that, because I kept asking if there's anybody who disagreed with my position, please tell me. And nobody disagreed, but of course I found one person that disagreed. My wife actually did not want to sign the petition, and until finally she did. But basically, we buy a lot of items on Amazon. Everything we buy is from Amazon. I have two Prime accounts, um, really for business, personal, really, or maybe as much as 1,000 orders a year on Amazon. And she was buying these shoes for a very famous brand, and she found somebody on Amazon. And every few months she would buy a new one, and every once in a while she would mention that it didn't seem right, and the price, and it didn't feel right. And then she kept saying that it's impossible, it's Amazon. And so much so that she even returned one of them to the brand, and they sent her a replacement. But then she looked into it, and there are telltale signs of counterfeit, and of course it ended up being that it was counterfeit. So now she realized, forget it, I don't need this. She just buys it directly from the brand, if it's 20 bucks more. And she knows not to complain, because I always tell my family and whoever I know never to complain about a sell, even if you get ripped off, because maybe it's a little bit overreach, but because they know how much I don't want these guys to get suspended. So she just, now when Amazon hears this, they go crazy, because it's not just about losing that one sale. They forget the whole value of Amazon is that that it's gold and everything, you don't have to think about it. You want an HP toner, it's coming the next day. And, I don't even care about price. If I want something there the next day, I do Amazon Prime and it's there. But once there starts being some cracks and people start thinking that it may not be real, like it is in other platforms, so then the whole Amazon and ultimately everyone's going to lose if you don't have that trust. So Amazon can't say, okay, if you sell one counterfeit item, we're not going to suspend you, because then why would anybody? Because then people will take a shot. Why not? If I'll buy 10,000 pieces of an item, and if it's not legit or something's wrong with it, and I'll take a shot. So they'll never ever say a statement like that it's okay, and even if there's one confirmed counterfeit, they have no choice. They have to suspend the entire account. Obviously, the issue isn't that. The issue is that these are abusive rights owner. But I'm just explaining of why there can't be a statement, or so there isn't really anything what Amazon can do. So other people said that they want action. I don't think Amazon could in 1 second, tweak these algorithms. So I did reopen it. I'm just trying to explain a little bit of my thought process, and by all means, you're welcome to share and sign it, and please do that. Maybe we can keep it open long term, and after a few months, if there's a consensus that things have dramatically changed. But that's the reason why I kept it open. Well, that's the reason why I originally closed it, and that's the reason why now I reopened it. So thank you, up to over 11,000, and amazing work, everybody.